we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you a special presentation of
Two Nerds, a podcast. Your home for everything movies, music, video games, and everything in between. With your hosts, Buddy the Bruiser, and Dynamite Jared Latching.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the most illustrious podcast on the internet, Two Nerds, a Podcast. I am Buddy the Bruiser.
And I'm Dynamite Jared Latching. Welcome back. Episode 4 of Two Nerds, a YouTube video.
A YouTube video.
So, anyways, buddy, how you doing this week?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing? I know we just got back from... Oh, your phone went
I
off.
everyone an orange soda.
What is it?
It's
a private message.
It's a private message relaying to my finances, which are fantastic, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure.
Thanks to all the profits that we get from the most illustrious podcast on the internet, Two Nerds, a YouTube video.
Yeah. So we just got back from eating some burritos.
Yes, we did, and that was really bad. That was a really bad segue into anything. into anything that we were going to talk about.
Well, what are we going to talk about?
That was a terrible segue. Delete.
Are we starting this over?
No, that's fine. It was a joke. It was a reference to Broken Matt Hardy.
Well, you had me.
For Miles, who apparently our show is. How do I say this? How did he word it? I'm not going to get on my phone and look it up, but he said some of the things we talk about are not for him.
Oh yeah, like what? What's not for him?
I asked him. I was like, Miles, I feel like most of the things that we talk about are kind of up your alley, like wrestling, video games, movies. These are all things that you claim to be interested in. But he said that we got into like an hour-long Marvel movie discussion one time.
When?
I don't think we ever did. We've been in some hour-long DC movie discussions.
That is
before,
true.
Sure.
That is true.
We haven't even watched Spider-Man: Homecoming yet.
We haven't. No.
Anyways, so
I think Miles just doesn't like me. I think that's what this is.
He doesn't like
all about.
you.
None of your friends like me. I've learned to.
Like me. Anyways, buddy, you've been up to date on the news. You've been hearing about the King Cobras and the potato chip cans.
Yeah, there's
and the man he got pulled over with 2 pounds of marijuana and cereal boxes and stuff like that.
But I think the most newsworthy thing to happen this week, and Miles, if you are listening, this is somewhat wrestling related. The Rock is
somewhat wrestling related.
The Rock,
one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, is updating. I would say
his most iconic tattoo.
I think that in a mainstream sense and not a wrestling audience sense, that his Samoan tattoo is probably more iconic because it's just bigger and people see more of it.
Yeah, well but he didn't even have that during his first run.
I was going to say that it may not be his most iconic tattoo, but maybe wrestling's overall most iconic tattoo.
On what basis?
Just out of all the wrestling tattoos.
You're saying Shawn Michaels' little heart thing?
I think that the Brahma Bull tattoo is more iconic. It literally gave
I agree with you. I agree.
Nicknames.
I do agree with you. I'm just trying to pose some sort of... Because now I'm trying to think of good wrestling tattoos.
Okay, well, there's Undertaker's neck tattoo. Was that say Sarah?
Yeah, well...
Was that his daughter's name or something?
That was his ex-wife.
so fucking super iconic tattoo.
He got it covered with something.
There is Stone Cold's Texas tattoo on his leg.
Correct.
As you said, the Shawn Michaels heart tattoo. There's Randy Orton's fucking tribals and whatever.
There's the Pepsi logo. CM Punk.
Batista,
just all his his belly button tattoo. Is that what you're talking about?
His sublime belly button tattoo. A very iconic one. Goldberg's barbed wire tattoo.
Yeah. Very original and iconic, I must say.
It's well, it's not even really barbed wire, is it? It's like a barbed wire tribal,
something like that
kind of deal that goes around. Anyways, The Rock's Brahma Bull tattoo
is getting updated.
At
the time of this recording, we still don't know what this update is going to be. Our internet has been out for the past 3 days.
So you guys may know what it is. We don't know yet, but we'd like to take the time
to hypothesize,
to take a guess and see what The Rock is doing on his gigantic. I'm gonna go ahead and give The Rock one up on Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna say 26-inch.
I was seriously thinking 26. That's what I was gonna say. The exact number.
Well, we've both met The Rock, and
Of
we've
course.
both gotten a pretty good idea.
Well, he was in our studio in the promo video. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but
with hair. So, anyways, buddy, I'm gonna open the floor to you.
well, I think you had a pretty good hypothesis when you said he's just getting the Brahma Bull is going to remain the same, but
Probably get touched up, because if
yeah.
you get like a fresh tattoo underneath of it, it's gonna look kind of dumb that this one's kind of faded
yeah.
out, probably stretched out because his arms are much bigger now than they were when he first got that tattoo. So the tattoo is probably looking a little blown out right now.
But so do you think he's going to completely cover it up and do something new, or is he going to up just?
No. So what I'm saying here is that he's going to redo the lining.
No,
on it.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying
He's
what
going
do
to
you think?
redo the lining
Okay.
on the Brahma Bull, and then underneath of it, we're going to add an entire human body, very muscular, to kind of signify The Rock. He's the Brahma Bull. And
Yes. So he's getting
so
a
now the
tattoo.
body is going to be a picture of him, but with his spirit animal's head.
Have you seen an actual Brahma Bull before?
No.
It's like a really fat fucking cow. It's really fat.
Is it fierce in any way?
Look up a Brahma Bull right now.
All right, well, you have to talk while I do that. So give your...
What if instead of a super muscular body, he just has like a fucking like stick figure ass body coming out the bottom of it?
well, you know, The Rock is a very rich man. Not quite as rich as the two nerds.
Correct.
But he's still rich
Oh,
enough.
your phone went off. You owe everyone another orange soda.
When did we figure out that was going to be orange soda?
I think
I think I just
came up with that. But anyway,
So let's see. Oh my goodness.
so we were looking at a Brahma Bull.
I don't even think they really even... I guess that one kind of looks like... that one looks tough.
Yeah. Okay.
That one's
Looks like a camel.
not so much. Obviously, this is mixed in with a lot of The Rock's.
Tattoo.
Yeah. So, anyways,
In all honesty, like no bullshit, I am probably putting my money on him getting some sort of other tribal inspired thing on this side, because if you listen to the video he put on Instagram before our internet went out, he says something about like good mana in the room, which is like the Samoan like aura. So I think he's getting something else Samoan inspired
it's
on
also
that side.
like the aura and Legend of Mana
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fun fact for you.
maybe now bear with me here.
Okay.
The Rock is getting a tattoo. Okay, he's covering this Brahma Bull up with a tattoo of the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon Champion.
Which I informed you existed about
Well-
an hour ago.
Well, look, okay.
So we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! On the ride over here for some reason. I don't know how we got on this topic of Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, because
listen, this is a whole different topic for another day. But I outed Buddy and Ricky and Miles as all fake Dragon Ball fans, and told Buddy that I will not be going to see a Dragon Ball movie with him in theaters.
You never went with me anyway.
If a new one comes out. Now I went with
I've had
Ricky,
to,
but I'm
I've
not
had
going
to
to
drag
go.
my girlfriend twice.
I'm not going to go with Ricky either, because he's also a fake Dragon Ball fan. None of the aforementioned people have been watching Dragon Ball Super, even though they've all claimed that they were waiting for the dub. And so the dub has been out for quite some time now, and Buddy's watched 3 episodes, and that's it.
My thing is, I just don't watch a lot of TV, so it has nothing to do with Dragon Ball in general. I just don't watch anything. Like, I watched 1 episode of Glow and then stopped. I just can't watch a lot of shit all the time. Like, I don't watch TV shows, really. I'd rather sit and watch a movie. You start it, you finish it, and that's it. Like, I can't keep up week after week after week. So I was saying I was going to wait and just binge watch the whole thing, but now they already have the Blu-ray out for season 1, part 1, and I still haven't watched it.
Which is probably only like 5 episodes.
Yeah.
So
You know how the DVDs and tapes go for Dragon Ball. It's not too much.
Anyways,
for the price.
We were discussing Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon Champion.
Which you did not know existed.
I knew it existed at
no.
one point. At one point, I obviously knew it existed. And I knew there was something going on there because I'm the one that brought up the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie and how I saw it and how Yugi did something with the Blue Eyes White Dragon at the end of the movie to be the last guy. You suggested it was Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon Champion.
Which I'm not sure was from the movie or not. I haven't seen the movie since I was a wee child.
So, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it was. And we were just kind of thinking of the ridiculous amount of preparation and setup that you need to go through
if you were to realistically play a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And try to summon
this monster. And Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon has 4,500 attack points, right? Which is basically your HP. You can go with defense points, but when you have a monster that strong, putting it in defense mode is kind of stupid at that point because, I mean, it's really fucking strong. And if someone summons a monster stronger that has more than 4,500 attack points, he's going to attack you on that turn. You're not going to have time to put it in defense mode and save any of your life points. So Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon should never be in defense mode. Do you agree?
I agree. I do agree on that one.
So anyways, with the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon Champion...
How many games of Yu-Gi-Oh! Have you played? Did you play the card?
I used to play it pretty hardcore.
See, because when I was a kid, the Pokemon cards were for collecting. You put them in a binder. You don't really play them. You're just trying to get all the cards. Yu-Gi-Oh! I was actually really hardcore into and would play it all the time with the kids in my neighborhood, like Ryan Cook and all of them. So, but from what I understand, I don't know too much about it, but in recent years they've changed like a lot of the rules of how Yu-Gi-Oh! Is played, and I don't know if you're familiar with it. I'm not familiar with any of these rules. I didn't know if you've heard.
I don't know any of the rule changes. I'm familiar
I heard
with
it's
the
very
old original
significant.
rules, and I'm aware. So it's like in the show when they went from Duelist Kingdom to Battle City, where they just completely changed the fucking rules for the entire game. But in reality, what they did was make the rules more like the real card game in Battle City, whereas Duel City or Duelist Kingdom was complete and fucking total anarchy.
Yeah.
And like you could literally summon a flame swordsman and a card who in the real game has no effects whatsoever could do something crazy, like build a wall of flames, defending all of your monsters from ever being damaged.
Wait, well, Pokemon did that same thing in the show, where like it would just make up moves and shit that like you could never actually do in the game.
Well,
just to serve the story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Pokemon's a little different because they're dealing with live creatures.
Yes, in Yu-Gi-Oh, they're actually playing the card game.
They're playing a card game that supposedly has rules. Well, in Duelist Kingdom, it has no rules, especially when Toon World is in play.
Yes, especially.
Or that Labyrinth card.
Yeah.
When that Labyrinth card is in play in Duelist Kingdom, it's complete and total fucking anarchy. Now, in the real game, it's just a normal monster card with high defense, no effect.
Toontown
Labyrinth Wall or whatever it is.
Yeah.
In Duelist Kingdom, it's an entire fucking battle stage, basically, that has attack points for some reason.
From what I remember from actually playing the game, Toontown kind of sucked.
Yeah, in the real game, it's not that great of a card. In Duelist Kingdom, it's fucking unbeatable. It's basically, you have fucking Toontown or whatever the hell you called it.
Yeah.
And
Toon World, maybe?
Toon World.
Toontown is Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, and so Toon World turns all your monsters into Toon monsters that are literally invincible, and you could have more attack points than them or whatever, and you would attack them, and then Blue Eyes Toon Dragon would just pop his head back out of his neck or something stupid like that. So anyways, we got into this whole Yu-Gi-Oh thing just because Blackluster Soldier,
which is a ritual card, by the way.
So is a ritual card, so you have to go through a ritual to even summon the damn thing. And so you have to go through a ritual to summon the damn thing. You have to go through a fusion to summon the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Now, I just learned today that with polymerization, you can use cards from your hand
Yeah.
as fusion cards, which is a game changer for me. I thought you had to summon all of them,
Well, see, 'cause
and then use fusion, and then you had to go about the rest of this.
From what I can remember, because not only did I play it with physical cards, but I also had some of like the Game Boy Color games where you would play the card. Like they had the Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy. They had a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh ones too, and I remember in the Yu-Gi-Oh games you could use fusion from your hand. At least in those games.
Okay.
But
Well, regardless, you still have to draw 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons.
yes, the Blackluster Soldier.
You have to draw the Blackluster Ritual.
Yeah.
Blackluster Soldier, I think, is in a side deck. Same with Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Oh yeah, because
They're in a side deck,
yeah,
so when you
yeah,
ritual summon them, or maybe no, I think ritual cards go into your main deck. Maybe,
it's just your fusion cards that are in the separate
side deck. Well,
We could be totally wrong. Tell us in the comments if we suck ass.
regardless, this should be more powerful than Exodia.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause
no, I don't know.
Dude, you got to go through so much shit. All you have to do with Exodia is get it all in your hand, and then you automatically win the game.
Yeah.
You don't have to summon all of them or any of that shit. At this point, you have to summon 2 monsters and then draw another fusion and then fuse them again to get the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon Champion. Mm-hmm. Now, Blackluster Soldier, I don't remember exactly how many attack points he has. I think he has like 2,600. It's definitely above 2,000.
I think it's 28.
Regardless,
If
he's a pretty strong card. Okay, you're fusing him with a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which I do know. I said earlier, 4,500 attack points.
Yes.
And so, fuse them together, and then suddenly a Blackluster Soldier on your back is only worth 500 attack points. The ultimate card
5,000.
No, I know. But Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon has
saying
4,500.
you're saying
so
adding-
in addition
adding
to the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which is the stronger card here,
So you could, instead of having the Blackluster Soldier on the Ultimate Dragon, you could have like 2 Karibo up there, or 3. It would have the same effect.
yeah, basically.
Because you're just adding.
So basically, no matter what you put on top of a black or a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, he's not going to get much stronger.
Yeah.
You could throw Exodia on top of that son of a bitch and 5,000 attack points, which you said was the most powerful card up to that point.
At least until I stopped paying attention to Yu-Gi-Oh! That was the
What
most
about
powerful.
Egyptian god cards, which are more powerful through their effects?
True. Refresh my memory on some.
I can't remember the effects,
Really?
man. I think Obelisk was able to destroy...
Obelisk the Tormentor.
Obelisk the Tormentor was
those
able
of
to
you-
destroy one card on the opponent's side of the field regardless of attack and defense points. He could wipe one of them out without attacking through his effect each turn. I'm pretty sure Sun God Ra or Ra, the winged whatever, winged dragon Ra, was immune to magic and trap cards and gained attack points based on...
Well, there were a lot that were immune to trap and magic cards.
I don't think Obelisk was.
Well, I'm just saying there are other cards in the game that have that, so I don't know if that was that card's special ability.
It's not its only special ability,
okay.
but it's one of them that makes it so powerful. Regardless, I don't remember enough about Yu-Gi-Oh! To really get into this,
Yeah.
and I'm sure most of the listeners out there haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In a long time. This is a fun trip down memory lane. How powerful do you think a Pennywise the Clown card would be? Pennywise the Dancing Clown, I'm sorry.
It depends. I would probably just use my inhaler trap card and
Chuck it at its head. Ha ha, Pennywise! Or
That's it.
Who would play Pennywise? Stephen King would play the Pennywise monster.
Stephen
card.
King would play Pennywise.
He would play the Pennywise card if you were dueling Stephen
Oh, I thought
King.
you're saying he would physically, like in
No,
the show, he would be the
no.
voice actor for Pennywise.
No, you're dueling Stephen King, and he summons Pennywise the Dancing Clown. It's like,
The Dancing Clown.
yeah, that's his name. He's the Dancing Clown.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
I haven't seen it in like 15 years.
Well, there's also a book you can read.
I don't read.
Pennywise.
I can't read.
Pennywise the Dancing Clown.
Did you read the book?
No.
Okay.
But I know it's Pennywise the Dancing Clown
Okay.
based on the Tim Curry adaptation. So,
Adaptation.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, adaptation.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Stephen King, haha! I've activated my trap card. Breath inhaler.
Breath inhaler.
Yeah.
Asthma inhaler.
Yeah. Now my monster can use the inhaler to throw it at Pennywise the Dancing Clown's head and render him helpless, sending him to the graveyard. You don't know how many attack points he would have or what effect he would have? He can shapeshift.
Yeah, I probably like 2,600. Say is a good for
Pennywise?
Yeah.
Okay. So the new It trailer came out almost 2 weeks ago, and we didn't have enough time to talk about it. No,
because we were talking about much more important things on the podcast.
More important social issues that probably lost us some listeners. For those of you that stuck around and decided not to get offended just because I used the word black actors, the words black actors. Thank you for sticking with us and realizing that I had more of a point to what I was saying than to just hate on equality and stuff, because I don't hate on those things. I really, really strive to achieve those things. Anyways, we didn't have enough time to talk about it. There's a new It trailer that dropped last week or a week and a half ago, whatever. There's been a teaser trailer out
For a while.
but this is the official trailer.
Yes.
We've gotten some different looks at Pennywise here. What are you thinking about this movie so far?
I mean, I'm definitely going to see it. As I've told you in the past, I haven't told the viewers this, but I was not the biggest fan of the original. I like Tim Curry in the role, but that's pretty much it about... I think it was like a very poorly... As most Stephen King stuff, besides The Shining, most of them aren't the best.
Misery?
I'm saying most.
Okay, but
Misery's good too. I'm talking.
Right, Misery's fantastic.
Listen, I'm talking about the
Misery's fantastic.
I'm talking about the TV.
Misery is better than The Shining.
Okay, I'm
gonna say it right now.
Okay.
Do you disagree with that?
No, I mean they're two different films. I mean,
Stephen King hates The Shining.
I'm aware. I know he does.
I also have like a thing against The Shining in that by the time I got around to watching this, and I think I said this in season 1, by the time that I got around to watching The Shining, all of its big moments had been spoiled to me by pop culture. They've all been parodied or recreated in something before. So I had seen everything the movie had to offer before I saw it. And so that's my bad for not watching it earlier in life.
Okay, so as I was saying...
Misery's better still.
Okay, to continue my thought, besides The Shining and a few others, most Stephen...
Carrie.
Yes. Okay, a few others. A lot of Stephen King, specifically the miniseries.
Shawshank Redemption.
All right, stop this. Most of the TV miniseries based on Stephen King's work are absolute shit. Out of those, I think it is probably the best out of those. As compared to like the Tommyknockers and what's the one where they're on the plane?
Oh, fuck.
I don't remember. The one where they're
okay, so let me say this right now. The only Stephen King TV miniseries I've watched has been It.
Okay.
So I have nothing to compare it to. I do like the original It. I watched that really early. So it has left a lasting impression on me. And, I thought it was really creepy when I first watched it.
Tim Curry is still creepy. I just think it was just a poorly made adaptation. I like Tim Curry in it. I can't stress that enough. But you have John Ritter as the lead in your... Stephen King story. Something's a little odd. I don't know. And it's just way too long, and the ending is shit. The ending is shit.
Okay. The ending was really shitty, and even I...
And I don't know if this is in the book. Do you remember the part in the miniseries when it's like the flashback to when the one kid wanders into the house to grab a book or something, and then a mummy walks down the stairs, and he puts the book in the mummy's face and starts rattling off the names of birds, and the mummy gets scared and walks away?
I don't remember that.
It's the most ridiculous thing on the planet.
Well, okay, so I mean, like, all this can be created by Pennywise, who can shapeshift and create illusions and whatnot. He's a very powerful being. Until you throw a breath inhaler
at his head.
But anyways, The ending was shit. I recognized that even as a child. I think that was kind of along the lines of the ending of the book, but I think what the difference with the book is, and I may be incorrect in this, is that in the book, it was never really sold that hard as a clown.
Okay.
It appeared to everyone else differently. It appeared to everyone else as their greatest fears.
But
And
in the movie, they were like, okay,
the creepiest one is the clown, and so they sell the clown aspect very hard. And so I think that's how it goes. And so at the end of the movie, it's
shows
showing
the true form.
that it's this giant fucking spider thing.
Yeah.
Which was just really stupid looking and really dumb, not at all scary. It just immediately became some sort of fucking like sci-fi B movie shit, which the movie before that, up until that point, was really moody and dark and just
Really, I wish that
it was atmospheric. The movie was as far like a lot of the scares were from atmosphere and jump scares, and you can't really get many jump scares when you have a giant fucking spider traveling the sewers.
Really, what I wish they could do, and I don't know, I'm sure a fan has done this by now, but make just like a fan edit of the movie where it's just the kid stuff. I think if you cut all the adult parts out of it, which I think this new movie is doing, and is just focusing them on kids, I think the original one would have been a better film.
I think that they're doing a sequel. I think they're planning this for 2 movies. I'm pretty sure I read that. Yeah, the new one, where the adult movie will be the next one.
Okay. I'd be okay.
I thought that there were some good moments in the adult half of the TV series.
What, when they're eating Chinese food and it turns into Tim Burton's fucking toys all on the table? You enjoyed that? You thought that was scary?
No, there was the library scene, I believe.
The part where the balloons are breaking in people's faces, and although they're not supposed to see it, they're still twitching backwards as if there's a balloon in their face.
That was great. It's a creepy moment.
You have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let him out.
Listen, I liked it, all right? So.
I remember the head in the fridge was kind of scary. That's from the adult section, when the one dude commits suicide and then Pennywise puts his head in the fridge.
See, that's a great thing, but doesn't he commit suicide before the adult section happens, or does he commit suicide in the middle of it all?
I think it's when
they all come back for his funeral or something?
No, they're all like, all right, well, when it comes, because it comes every 27 years or whatever, so like, all right, when it comes back, we're all meeting back in Derry. And the one character, instead of coming back,
he killed himself. Okay, yeah. Okay, I remember that.
Which, fun fact, in the story, it comes back every 27 years, and this movie is coming out 27 years after the original came
Which
out.
is a great...
Which was...
Great timing.
They couldn't have asked for better timing.
So, I think that they semi-planned that?
They 100% planned that.
You think they've been planning it for 27 years?
No,
though?
I think 10 years ago, someone was like, okay, I want to remake it. And then they were planning it for a while.
You think that
it was premeditated.
The money-grabbing people thought 10 years ago, we're remaking it, let's wait 10 years so it'll be 27 years.
Yes.
No, they want to release it as soon as possible.
I guarantee it was premeditated.
That gimmick is not enough to reach out to casual fans, and everyone wants to reach out to casual fans. And do you think it's enough to bring hardcore fans in just because it was 27 years ago? It's cute. It's nice now. Maybe
I'm not saying maybe 10 years, maybe 5 years, because like movies take more than a year to make. They were probably working on this for 3 years ish. So maybe 5 years ago, they're like, okay, we'll plan for 2 years and then we'll start making it. It'll take 3 years to completely finish everything.
All right. What do you think of the trailer?
It's decent. I mean, I really don't have that much of an opinion on it. I think it's going to be...
Do you think it's going to be better than the previous one? Because I feel like there's a lot of hardcore Tim Curry fans out there.
As a movie, it will probably be better. As a performance of Pennywise, I don't think you're going to be able to top Tim Curry. Like, it's going to be similar to Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson. You can argue either side, and this could be completely false, but people like each version for different reasons. But for me, you wouldn't be able to top the Tim Curry version. As some people feel you can't top the Jack Nicholson. I don't necessarily agree with that, and I'm not saying this new Pennywise is going to be groundbreaking like Heath Ledger was. I'm just saying it's hard to compare because it's a completely different version of Pennywise.
I think that the trailer looks solid. I think that the movie will be good. I'm still on the fence about Pennywise.
We will talk about it on the show when it comes out. This is one we'll definitely see.
I have high hopes for the movie because I am a fan of the original. Regardless of how it all turned out in the end, I'd like to see the ending come about in a more creepy fashion this time around, and we'll see how it goes. But I like the trailer. I like the look. But I'm also thinking, as of right now, the old look is creepier.
Yeah.
We'll see if the portrayal adds anything to it.
Yeah.
Because right now, the old look was more clown-like. And so when he was doing these sinister things, it came off more creepy. Now this one is very clown-like, but it's more clown-like along the lines of like Kefka or the Joker.
Yes.
Where it's like a clown that looks sinister.
Right.
The old one didn't look sinister until he showed his teeth.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he just looked like a normal clown, and that was what was so creepy about him, is that, yeah, a kid that's not scared of clowns would see him and would be attracted to him as like a performer or whatever, you know what I mean? Would think that he was probably entertaining. Whereas this one, you see him, you see that he looks evil, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? No kid is going to go up
into the
to
sewer.
This current Pennywise and be like, oh, hey, it's a clown. Make me a balloon dog or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
my thing is with this movie is it'll probably be decent, but I don't think it's going to be anywhere, at least like pop culture wise, anything close to the... It's kind of like every horror remake you see. Like, regardless if they're good or bad, they're kind of just going to get lost. Because no one talks about the new Friday the 13th or the new...
I like it. I like the new Friday the 13th.
But no one talks about it. Whenever you talk... I mean, you just talk about the old ones, you know?
Moving on.
Moving on. All right, whatever.
Well, no, I like the new Friday the 13th. The movies that I don't like that got resurrected and the ones that are never talked about.
I'm not...
Nightmare on Elm Street. I actually liked the movie. A lot of people were much harder on Jack Earl Haley than they should have been, just because he wasn't Robert Englund. Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger, but I mean, if you're going to reboot the franchise, you got to give someone new a chance. So if you want a new Nightmare on Elm Street movie, you got to give someone else a chance, because Robert Englund doesn't want to fucking do it anymore.
Yeah.
And he's too old to do it now. So if you want more Nightmare on Elm Street, you got to move on. Otherwise, you stick with the old movies. I personally will stick with the original and part 3 because those are the only good ones. And I don't.
You don't like New Nightmare?
Oh, a New Nightmare. Yeah, New Nightmare is good.
It's incredible.
That's a great movie. I'll stick with those. I don't need a new Nightmare on Elm Street movie. The new Friday the 13th was good. As a reboot, it was great. A lot of people had a problem with Jason running, but those are people that are casual fans that have no idea about the actual Jason lore.
He ran in the first...
Yeah, exactly. They have no idea what's going on in actual Jason lore beyond that. Rob Zombie's Halloween. I thought the first one was all right. The second one was absolute garbage. One of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I love the second one. The second one is one of the most hysterical movies you'll ever watch.
Okay, it's funny, but it just absolutely shits on the Michael Myers character.
Yeah.
It absolutely shits all over it. And Rob Zombie, who's someone who's a self-proclaimed fan of the franchise, just absolutely shits on it in every single way possible. The kills are phenomenal in H2. They're amazing. And the hospital sequence that's meant to pay tribute to the original Halloween 2 that's at the beginning of the movie was unbelievable. Absolutely fantastic. At the beginning of H2, there's a hospital dream sequence that takes place, which is absolutely out of this world. The best part of either one of Rob Zombie's adaptations.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that.
Is the hospital dream sequence at the beginning of part 2. When I was in the theater, I
forgot you saw this. I didn't even know it came to theaters until you told me about that.
When I saw this in theaters and I saw the hospital sequence, and I was just like, God, this is so fucking good. And then she woke up from the dream. And at that moment, I was like, this is about to be so much shit. And that's exactly what it was. That movie sucked. Except for the part where he stomped the dude's face in the field outside the bar. All right. So, anyways, without further ado, Rob Zombie's in a band.
Yeah.
And that band has a guitar player.
I would assume. As
Johnny Five, I think his name is.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Okay. So, this week's poll is about guitar players.
Should we talk about last week's poll just for a second?
It was an absolute tie. It was right
never
down
happened
the
on the
middle.
show before.
Yeah.
It was a 50-50 tie.
So, we have, what, 2 more polls left this month or 3?
This one and then 2 more.
Okay, so
assuming we don't tie again, it'll be out of 3.
yeah.
2 out of 3.
So, you know, I was well in the lead for a while on that one, and then Men in Black made a pushback. Thank God that no one else voted after that. So
unquestionably our closest poll to date.
all right, buddy. So, you ever walk into Guitar Center
Many a time.
and you hear people playing around on the guitars a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, there are certain songs that are played more than others.
Yeah.
And one would think that Guitar Center employees
Would put a stop to this.
eventually get sick of hearing some of these fucking songs, which are by all means great songs. But alas, overplayed in Guitar Center. So, buddy, cue us up.
No stairway. Denied.
So that gets one right out of the way. Stairway to Heaven. We don't even need to bring that one up. Don't play Stairway to Heaven at your local Guitar Center. Just don't fucking do it. Do you got...
If you have we don't have a local Guitar Center.
We got one like an hour away, but it's still, I would never march in there and play Stairway to Heaven. So, what do you got? I'm sure you came up with this topic a few weeks ago.
But yeah, but I didn't put any thought to what picks would be. I was like, oh, this could be something we could talk about on the
all right,
show.
well then I'll come right back at you right now. Iron Man by Black Sabbath.
That's what I was thinking, actually.
So, Iron Man by Black Sabbath.
Really, like, we could just rattle these fucking... Like, there's Iron Man by Black Sabbath. There's...
What if somebody comes in there and just starts playing fucking Warp? Dun-dun!
And then they just, like, wait around for, like, 30 seconds.
They're tapping their foot. You know they're nodding their head to keep time. Dun-dun! The Guitar Center employees kind of stifled at first, a little taken aback. He's not even really sure what the guy is doing until about the 3rd or 4th. Dun-dun! Oh, this motherfucker's playing War Pigs. Get him the fuck out of here. All right. So, do you have any?
I mean, off the top of my head, we can just kind of talk about these. Songs that people who are just learning to play guitar play, and then they play it over and over and over again. So, Iron Man is obviously one. I would say, besides that, Smoke on the Water and Back in Black are other popular ones. I'd say Enter Sandman is another good one.
Enter Sandman. Now, you could go down the list with Metallica songs. Because even when you're not learning, people just play Master of Puppets all the fucking time.
Yeah.
So, there's Master of Puppets. One. That's a beginner song, and like everyone knows that song. I changed it up. I play Harvester of Sorrow when I go into Guitar Center.
That is probably in my top 3 Metallica songs.
That's an amazing song. It's one of the first songs I ever learned, actually. But yeah, Metallica is just a high offender of this. For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Yeah.
So basically, the guy that goes over to the bass section, he's boom, boo doo 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 doo. But you could even do it on guitar.
Yeah.
When I learned how to play that song, my instructor taught me the bass part. Then we played it on guitar as well. You think anybody's playing Sweating Bullets in there?
No.
We used to play it in Guitar Workshop all the time.
Really?
Yeah, all the time. Ryan Sposito would always be like, "Oh, is that another dead end?" song. I can't even remember how it goes.
It's like,
That's how it goes.
it's like, hey there, boys, or something.
No, all right, I got this. Hello, me. Meet the real me. In my something way of life. I guess no one plays it in Guitar Center, but we used to play it in Guitar Workshop
I think
all the time.
Megadeth is a little, I don't want to say obscure, but I'm going to say, like, people who are just getting into guitar, they're not listening to Megadeth as much.
Okay, Rain and Blood.
I can see it.
Or Raining Blood is...
Raining Blood, Rain in Blood is the album.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't heard that one at Guitar Center too much. A couple times, yeah, but it's not a regular. It's a little too complex for the beginners. It's got to be chords, I feel like. Besides Enter Sandman, it's got to be some sort of, like... Rain and Blood, there's a little too much going on for the beginners.
Seek and Destroy, I think, is a common one. Sting walks into the room, you know. Man, you know what a poll that we have to do in the future is, and we're both gonna have to pick sides before it happens. But who is the better Sting? Sting from the Police
or Sting
the wrestler? Who stings harder? Is it Sting's screeching voice, or is it the Scorpion Death Drop and the Scorpion Death Lock? One day we will find out for sure. But anyways, I think we're running out of some options here. If you guys know any songs, leave a comment. Let us know what songs you're sick of hearing in Guitar Center. Tell us. But for now, we're going to pick ours. So, buddy, I picked first last week, so you go ahead and pick one.
We're really done talking about this?
Do you have more?
No, I don't know. Do you have more?
No.
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 What about some acoustic songs? You ever hear anyone in the acoustic section playing anything?
I mean, not really. Stairway to Heaven. That's about it, yeah.
You don't hear Wonderwall in there ever?
Oh, Jesus Christ. You should have saved that for your fucking pick.
No, that wouldn't be my pick for a good... If we were doing a poll for douchey-ass guys sitting around a fire trying to get laid, Wonderwall would be a respectable pick.
Okay.
But Guitar Center, I don't think that'd be a good one.
Wish You Were Here?
I can see it.
That's what I mean. It's mostly metal songs that kind of get it going. Like Breaking the Law, maybe.
The Verbal Razors version?
The Trooper.
The Trooper is played pretty regularly, I would say, for your more intermediate player.
So, what do you got?
I'll probably have to go with Iron Man on this one.
You took the words right out of my mouth on that one. I might have to go with the annoying factor here and just go straight up just be like War Pigs. No, I will fight fire with
Fight Fire with that's your pick.
I'll fight fire with fire, but not that song. I will go with oh man. It's tough between Enter Sandman and One, but I'm gonna go with One.
Okay.
Because that's the one that I hear most of the time. So One by Metallica and Iron Man by Black Sabbath. I think that you're going to win this one because you just got like the main... You know what? Man.
Do you have a dark horse pick?
No, it's not a dark horse. Should I go with Stairway to Heaven? Do you think it would compete with Iron Man?
I don't know. I think the Wayne's World thing kind of stopped Stairway to Heaven being played in Guitar Centers.
Yeah.
So.
It was a public service announcement to all guitar players to just stop it. Guitar Center actually paid for that segment of the movie.
Really?
You didn't know that. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Mike Myers told me. So anyways, I'm going to go with One by Metallica.
Okay.
So it's One by Metallica versus Iron Man by Black Sabbath. And those are our picks. Get on Twitter, 2nerds316, and send us your vote. And tweet at us or just comment below what song you think would get you kicked out of Guitar Center because everybody's playing it.
And also, if you guys have any ideas for future polls or just anything else you want us to talk about or any questions, just anything at all, let us know in the comments or tweet to us because we will talk about it because we really struggle to come up with topics for this show. I feel like this was a short episode. I have no idea what time we started.
That's fine.
This.
These short episode is good for listeners. We don't have to tire them out. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Go ahead and give them the rundown.
The rundown of what? What am I running down?
All of our social media, all that shit. Tell them to
They're
follow,
they're all in the description, people. If you were to click the little button below this YouTube video, you will see links to not only my channel, which you were watching this video on, but also a link to Dynamite Jared's channel. Subscribe to both. We are actually pretty soon getting ready to release a lot of videos, especially towards the coming months.
A lot of projects in the works, hopefully both on my channel and on your channel, but definitely on Buddy's channel. And look forward to those. Make sure you subscribe to both channels to make sure that you're up to date and you can see all these things as soon as they come out. And, see them before your friends. Let everybody know. Spread the word. Like, comment, subscribe. And follow us on Twitter.
Yeah.
All the stuff's at TuneNerds316, at Buddy Candela, at Dynamite Jared.
Yeah.
Find us on Facebook. Do it.
Do what you gotta do.
Do it all, man. I shared cool 80s songs sometimes on Facebook, so. All right.
That's about it.
Yeah, so week. This is Dynamite Jared signing off.
And this is Buddy the Bruiser signing off. We will see you next week.
Or you'll listen to us next week.
Or whenever you want to listen to it. All right, see you later.